Hey, this is the Prophet with Nick Black. It's time to chit chat. You know nothing about blockchain. We here to fix that. You want the news on them new stocks? This is where you get that. So go and grab you a nice chair. It's time to sit back and talk to Prophet. Hey, hey, you talking to the Prophet. Hey, hey. We talking condos and nice clothes and driving Lambos. I remember them night codes, we couldn't stand those. We tried to drive on them house roads, but had to stay low. Now there's solutions to hard bills we couldn't pay for. I talked to Profit to get some profit, we couldn't change the top. If it's a stock and I need a cop it, I wait for him to drop it. Ain't no option, let's get it poppin'. We chillin' in the trap. I need some crypto, put it in my pocket. By any means I rock. This is the Profit with Nick Black. It's time to chit chat. You know nothing about blockchain, we here to fix that. You want the news on them new stocks, this is where you get that. So go and grab you a nice chair. It's time to sit back and talk to Prophet. Hey, hey, you talking to the Prophet. Hey, hey, you talking to the Prophet.
Okay, so let's see. Let me make some adjustments, and you can use that one. So the SDAO, for those of you that were curious about Singularity DAO, that's going to be a private recording. I'm not airing that here first. It's going to air on Money Map first, and then a few days after that, it'll be here. But we're not recording today because Marcelo had to fly somewhere, so we couldn't get the whole team, and it's not going to be the same if it's one or the other. We want the developers and we want him. But on the other side of it, what's cool is that they're going to get me access to Ben Gortzel, Kabir over at over at NewNet. Hopefully the people at Rejuve, maybe Ben to talk about True AGI, Hyperon, and OpenCog, the rebuild. And then who knows, maybe even somebody to talk about Sophia DAO and all that kind of stuff. So first things first, we do the first one with Marcelo and the team over at Singularity DAO. But that will not be live either way because I don't want them to feel like they're blindsided by live questions. I gave them the questions in advance, so they will be able to kind of chew on those, and then they want to reschedule for next week. We'll see. You know, these people are busy. I get it. Idia, what idia? All right. So let's see what's going on. Who do we got? JJ, what's up? We got Biotech Breakout. Jimmy James. Attack Helicopter Vibes. Michael Murphy, what's going on? Across the pond. Todd B, Cassandra, Lawrence. Hello. Ella Paul, I get that a lot. Alan, good to see you. JD, Joe, Shantae, Crypto for Life. Get that a lot. Brady, of course. What's going on, Brady? I think we're all doing a show tomorrow. Me and Brady, let me be grammatically correct. Brady and myself and Jerry. I guess I would be last. I would say Brady, Jerry. I would say Jerry, Brady, and myself. Yes, you nailed it. Barno, what's up? All right, let's see. Oh, it did a screen skip. Scorbzion, Nesh, Bernard, Suze, Demain, of course, Grandbiance. Vincent Rouleau, what up, buddy? Bonjour. Comment allez-vous? Jeffrey, what up? Tube, Fish Magician. Okay, that's cool. So that's kind of the crew. So smaller group today. We only have big numbers when the market's at crapping your pants levels. When everybody's in full panic mode, then everybody's like, I want to know what's happening. But whenever the market's doing fine, people don't seem to care. Scorpion, Biotech Breakout, CC Brown, Gordon Bennett, and Unsung over on the Thetas. Good to see all of you. And then for those of you on Facebook, on the Twitter, through Periscope, Twitch, for like the 6 people that come from Twitch, hello. No Theta. Huh. Why no Theta? Well, you know what? No Theta. I don't know what to say. Let me text them. Hey, try logging into YouTube or Twitter. I don't know why the theta is not working, but sometimes the stream keys have weirdnesses, and that is that. Okay. Now, Nara, good to see you. Yay. Okay. So let's go to our commercial, non-commercial breaks. We'll come back. We'll talk about prices, and we'll keep it more open today of a show where you guys can ask questions and stuff like that. Try to keep your questions not focused on random tokens, because I'm not going to go down the random token path. There's 10,000 digital assets. No one on earth has time to cover all that garbage. And I say all that garbage because about 99% of it is garbage. Some of it's good, some of it's valuable. And that doesn't mean that garbage won't go up in price. People push the price of all sorts of things around. Look how well Enron did. Look how well Nikola did. Look how well BitConnect did. All scams. Look how well Hex does. Scam. Ponzi scheme. Look at Solana. I'm not going to say scam or Ponzi scheme, but definitely not organic growth and not a protocol you can trust, because the one time they got challenged, the whole thing melted. So careful. Yeah, we will be right back. Let me see what's a good one. Oh, this is a good one. We'll see you right after these non-commercial, non-commercial breaks. Okay, Leadfoot asked a question. What's the name of the new hardware wallet you got a few weeks back? I didn't. I don't know. That might be somebody else. I did not get a new hardware wallet. So I don't know. Cody on Cardano is supposed to develop a stable coin announced in the next few days. Yeah, I mean, there's going to be a lot of announcements. You guys realize that the 25th and 26th is the Cardano Summit, right? You realize that it's the Cardano Summit with more than 200 coins and some ungodly amount of dApps ready to be released. You know that, right? You guys know this isn't just any old little online meetup. This thing is massive. So, maybe look at your portfolio and make sure it's balanced. You wouldn't want to, be smart. Let me say that. Be smart. Yeah, I like random coin. That's actually kind of cool. Patsy, what's going on? Where do you hold your render? I hold my render on MetaMask. Okay, so there we go. Best way to choose winners. Be more specific. Be more specific. Let's do this today. We got to be precise with our questions. Like with the Supreme Court, one case, one controversy, one constitutional question, and one desired outcome, right? You have to define your questions in precise ways so we can answer it. So that my murmuring I don't dither. You don't want me to dither, do you? Do you want dithering? Is that what you want on a Thursday? I don't think so. I think not. To buy money. What's up? Okay, in light of the coming Cardano conference, best way to, so are you saying best way to choose winners of the companies that we don't know about that they might announce on the 25th and the 26th? I would say get a hold of my grandma, get a hold of her crystal ball, and be in whatever mind state she's in when she uses it. Short of that, I don't know what to tell you. Best coins to stake and here, Joe. Well, I'll tell you. Let's do a price. Let's run down prices, and I will just give you some ideas on the ones that you can stake and where I stake them, because I'm guessing that's what you're asking. Okay. Don't dither in the mither. Yes. Okay. What are DEXs and what are the DEXs? What DEXs are there for Cardano? Okay, lots of questions. Cool. Right now, none that you should trust because there is no audited kind of certified dApps. There is a certification process that they're going to be having. So in the Cardano dApp store, it's not launched yet, the Plutus dApp store, you'll see these dApps, and some of them will be certified and some of them will not be. And I will tell you this, do not use, download, even read into the ones that are not certified. They are not safe. If it's not certified, that means it's more beta than beta. It's alpha. Do not touch it. Do not mess with it. And then just because something gets certified doesn't mean there couldn't be problems with it. It just means that they've gone through some bug checks and that they have a safer audit process that's not likely to nuke all of your funds. Be careful. And Patsy, it's Texas Stakes, STAKES. Although Stakes, STEAKS would be cool too, I suppose. All right, price-wise, let's talk. Darting uphill, what's up? There's no foolish questions. Let me not mistake you guys. You're not asking foolish questions. I just want you to ask questions that I can answer because you have to kind of make the questions more precise so that I can give you a precise answer. Otherwise, you're not going to get anything out of it. I want to get something out of it. Okay. Biotech Breakout says, what's the status of Engrave? Man, I don't know. I hit him up over and over and over, and he constantly says 1 month, 2 months, 2 months, 1 month. And I get it. It's like, it's top tier tech. And with all of the COVID, every other country in Europe has different COVID rules, and they're shutting their borders and opening their borders and telling people to go home and different levels of quarantine and all this stuff. And which I get it, trying to save lives. I'm not one of these anti-vaxxer, anti-quarantine guys, whatever. I'm just saying that wallet is badass, but none of us have it. And I don't know when we'll ever get it. So, and Demayan, no, they weren't saying that most of crypto is a security. In what they're talking about right now is that stable coins as they exist could be looked at as securities, which I think is a very weird interpretation. But basically what they're saying is they're not saying as far as an investment contract, they're saying that these are unaudited, basically BS tokens that are not collateralized the way they say. And that's absolutely true. Gary Gensler is 100% right. None of these things are collateralized sufficiently, at least auditably sufficiently, except I believe Paxos, right? I believe that is the only stable coin that is sufficiently audited. But what he's saying is then if you take an unaudited kind of quasi coin, which looks a lot like the Eurodollar situation that Jeff Snyder and Emil Kalinowski, who will be with us next Tuesday, by the way, what they talk about all the time, when there is a tightening of liquidity, the world need liquidity, they will find it. You could look at the whole crypto space as being a desire for liquidity when those liquidity demands were unmet. And, kind of like Jeff Goldblum in Jurassic Park, life finds a way, right? So liquidity finds a way. And that's when you have the Eurodollar 1, 2, 3, 4, Eurodollar 5, maybe. And that's why you have the basic, maybe the whole crypto space. And this we've been talking about since day one, since it was me, there was like three of us. It was like Nara, myself, Jerry, Jared. It was like a few of us. JJ, I think you were here. There was just a few of us. And from day one, we said these stable coins are bogus. They're very likely not capitalized, at least a way you would trust them. And at some point, stable coin-ageddon is coming. We talked about it on one of the shows with Jeff Snyder, with Jeff and Emil. We said we believe stable coin-ageddon is coming because stable coins look a lot like Eurodollars. They're originated out of thin air. They have nothing behind them but corporate bull smoke. So anyway, the SEC is saying you can't have proxy assets if there's nothing behind them. I can't spin up a bunch of Nick USD in USD, but there's nothing. I have 1 penny capitalizing every billion. That's basically what Tether did. There's nothing backing Tether. There's a couple. There's maybe $1 on 10. Probably not. Probably 2 to 3 pennies on a dollar. 2% capitalized is the most. All of their other stuff is nebulous bullcrap. So Gary Gensler is right. And another thing, people are like, oh, Gary Gensler is against this, he's against that. Gary Gensler's not against shit. Gary Gensler is pro crypto as long as the intent isn't to deceive or corrupt markets. Gary Gensler taught crypto at MIT. Bro, he's not stupid. This guy is incredibly intelligent. He's well thought. He's well spoken. He thinks about what he's saying. Right? He's not Janet Yellen. He's not that old bag of fruit. Okay? Gary Gensler is someone you want there because he understands the markets that he is trying to manage. What you don't want is an Elizabeth Warren, right? And at least she's trying, right? She's trying to understand. I give it to her for that. But or Maxine Waters. So anyway, we should be, and listen to what their complaints are, because as they're complaining about stable coins, they're not wrong. USDC, they've been lying to everyone for how long? It's weird. There's even communities of people that are like, yeah, USDC. Like, what are you talking? You can't have a community around a stable coin, you dummies. I'd rather you be a teetotaler for XRP. I'd rather you join the XRP army of the Link Marines. At least you stand for something. You can't stand for stable coins. That's not a thing. That's like saying, we're going to fight against global temperature. What? Global warming? No. Global cooling? What are you picketing? Global temperature. What do you mean global temperature? What does that even mean? That's not a thing. We're against average. We're against the aggregate. I don't know what that is. So there was like some people on Twitter that were like, yeah, USDC. I'm like, you guys are stupid. They were lying. The people at Circle were lying. The people at Coinbase, they probably didn't know because they probably trusted the people at Circle. USDC is about 50% capitalized by cash or cash equivalents, and then the rest is nefarious paper. Some of it's treasury paper, they say. It's hard to prove. Some of it's corporate paper, which is a little sketchy, little saucy in my opinion. So yeah. So does SDAO has nothing to do with any of that. Now, any asset that the only reason to own it is to kind of reap some kind of reward, that can be looked at through the lens of a security, but a lot of it depends on how it was sold, who it was sold to, and also Singularity DAO has a governance mechanism. The DAO part of it is decentralized autonomous organization managed by the community. The committee is the community. So as long as they put those DAO-like traits into effect, most of these DAOs, most of them will be unmanageable. There's nothing to regulate. There's nothing to regulate. We'll see. That would be some kind of fully decentralized product. I don't know if anybody can really claim to have that, but there we go. That was a long, circuitous answer. I don't trust cross-chain interoperability projects. Yeah, probably not right now, but in the future, everybody will kind of be working together, I figure. So it'll all get better. This stuff will all get cleaner. Is AMP a lottery ticket or legit? I don't know anything about AMP, honestly, Dale. I don't know enough to rule on it. So I should probably stay on the sidelines on that one. Get on to Joe. What percentage of portfolio for agents? I can't tell you that, JD, because I don't manage your money, bro. I can't tell anybody where to put their money and what percentages. I can just tell you, just rule of thumb, you have to decide how much of your portfolio you're willing to, say, partition towards AI. I think safely 10% of your portfolio. And then you just got to split that 10% up in your portfolio among the AI assets and if you believe in them and to what degree that you believe in them. So that's all I can really say on that. I got to be careful not to that you guys don't go, Nick said 12%. No, you guys do whatever you want. AVAX. No, not really. I'm not looking at it. Avalanche is cool, and they're doing a lot of cool things. I'm just not personally. There's so many protocol layers that I've chosen to kind of narrow my pursuit to about 5 or 6 of them. And so going through the price list, so obviously Bitcoin, store of value. Now, when it gets to protocol layers, I think you should have all of these. You should have Ethereum, Cardano, Polkadot, Cosmos. You should have Matic as a hedge against your Ethereum. You should have Near, because I think Near is one of the best projects going. You should probably, then we get into distributed file storage, which could be a subset. It's kind of a subset of dApps, but big data in dApps. And if you want to put it as big data, you could say AR, Graph Token, Filecoin. That would be a bucket. If you look at Rune, interoperability, cross-chain interoperability, yes, they've had some problems, but I think the token will do just fine. Tiny market cap. If it can find some sea legs. Engine token, I don't know where it belongs. It could be a kind of NFT-ish. It could be reward token-ish. I don't know where it fits in. I don't currently own it. I got out. I'm kind of trying to figure out if it makes sense. Nexo, pure utility token, probably goes in its own bucket. It's kind of like a financial utility token. OGN, really cool project. I just don't know if they ever find real footing. It doesn't seem interesting to a lot of people. They do some cool stuff. But when I hear a company pivoting and going, oh, we do NFTs too, I go, no, bro. Did you guys see that Solana completely just knocked off CryptoPunks and just did Solana punks? Like, Jesus Christ, man. Everything they do is sketch. They're starting to look, Solana is starting to look a lot like, well, the people behind Solana are starting to smell a lot like the people at Binance. Crooked, pumpy, garbagey. And so, I don't know, man. Just be careful where you put your money. It's yours. It's not mine. It's yours. Tom, what's up? Telcoin, I don't see any real value in it, but it's you play the ranges. But everybody here, remember, if we go into another enthusiastic phase, I don't believe these are bull or bear markets because we don't have a fully formed market. This is a brand new asset class, and people that fail to understand that will always get this wrong. But if you understand this is a new asset class that is it's expanding like the beginning of the universe. You had the Big Bang, and then and all the matter starts to expand and expand and expand and expand and expand. And now we fast forward 13.7 billion years. That's where we are. You have the known universe, and you have everything outside of that. What's past the universe? More universe. So this exponential growth at a certain size, it looks a lot slower, but it's still moving at the same rate. So, but crypto is a $2 trillion market that's going to absorb quadrillions, right? Especially AI. So just know that when those exceedingly positive, exceedingly, bullish times, you 2 weeks here, 3 weeks there, 2 or 3 months here or there, where markets seem to just keep going up and people talk, frantically about the future and all this kind of crazy stuff. That's when people go price shopping for cheap stuff. And it doesn't mean good, cheap stuff, but you may want to factor that into your game theory that Rubes, they think, oh, I missed it. I'm going to get stuff that's cheap because it might go, what's the next Bitcoin? That is a completely dumb-minded way to look at the market. But because a large sector of the market are rubes and idiots, you should probably say, listen, there's a Rube trade here. We'll call them Rube trades. There is a Rube trade, right? And the Rube trade is in markets that do make sense, idiots buy the cheapest ones they can, and they tell you it's because it's cheap. When you hear that, look how cheap it is. Oh my God, there's a reason that the price is cheap. There's many reasons, right? There could be 100 trillion tokens, and that's why it's less than a penny. So unless you're looking at apples to apples, just because something costs a few pennies, I know that the brain goes, well, when it goes to $4, yeah, bro, it ain't going to $4 because most of these projects will never, other than a little blip here or there because a bunch of rubes pump them, because a bunch of rubes fumble in, step on their own nuts to get into the market like a bunch of idiots because they don't know what they're looking at. But this is normal human behavior. That's FOMO, and that's people trying to outsmart the markets. You know, just be careful where you put your money. But you might say, okay, if I think there's going to be a Rube trade, like for instance, here's a Rube trade. Telcoin's not really a Rube trade for me. It's not really any trade. I don't think Telcoin's going to take over the third world countries and redo the way we look at cellular service and all that kind of stuff. So for me, that's kind of silly, but I made some good money on it. The Rube trade for me is Matrix AI. That's the Rube trade. Why? Because people will come in looking for when Singularity Net and Fetch, SDAO, True AGI, NewNet, what's the other one? Oh, Sophia DAO, Mindplex. When these all launch, people are going to go, where's the next cheap AI company and so people will probably buy Matrix AI because it's a stupid, pumpy, crappy coin and it's cheap. So you might hold on to a small bag because it's a pumpy, stupid, garbagey token that people will probably, but you need to understand there is this much zero value. That token, the team, the platform, the staking, the partnership, it's all garbage. All of it, 100%. I dare anyone from Matrix AI to prove to me any different. It is a total dumpster fire project and in no way comparable to Singularity Net, Singularity DAO, True AGI, Sophia DAO, NewNet, Rejuve, or any of the really cool projects, or Fetch. And if you go Fetch, you say, okay, Metalex, Mobix, Atomics, Matrix AI man token, it's not in those categories. But dummies don't know that. So there's a dummy trade there. Okay. Let's see. There was a GD Tron. Oh God. Everybody Tron. They're like the last one of the party. Always just with a bunch of just garbage. I'll tell you what I do like. Oh yeah, Solana copies everything because it's Sam Bankman-Fried pulling the strings there. I don't know, man. Every time I want to give that guy the benefit of the doubt, they pull some scammy behavior, and I just go, ugh. What's up, Sebastian? Yeah, so I'm still looking at my Elons. I have. Did I show you guys my Freddie Mercury one? Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Is it here? No, the Freddie Mercury one's not. Oh, it's in my other one. Hold on. Let me see if it'll let me. Profile. There it is. Oh, eat your heart out. The Freddie Mercury Elon with, what is that? What is that in the face? Yeah, gold skin, bro. So it doesn't have tons of traits. So I'll show you how that works. When you scroll down, you look at the properties. Boop. Let's look at properties. So here's what it's got going on. It's got 7 traits, which is not great. You either want 5 traits, which is the minimum, or 10 traits, which is the top. This is not super exciting, but it's got the purple shirt. 9% have that. It's got the Grapist t-shirt, right? Which is Grapist. Do you guys remember what that's from? The Grapist? Oh, it was really funny. It's WKYN, like the whitest kids you know. It was like a comedy show, sketch show. It's really funny. Anyway, look up the Grapist. Anyway, so 1% have that trait. So it's 1 in 100 trait. Normal eyes, nothing cool there. Federation, nothing cool there on the hair. The porn stash, 2%. The golden skin. See that? That is the key. So 0.55. So 1 in 200 have this gold skin. So this is it super valuable? Well, no, but there's only one that looks just like this. And I think it's just so funny because I'll be honest with you, that's kind of how I see Elon Musk. Like this is when I hear him talking, this is what I'm thinking about. Well-intentioned, probably a little bit closety, and that's fine. But yeah, so there we go. So anyway, that's my goal. Now there's another project that my friend is working on that's kind of cool. Ooh, let me let you guys in on something. Let me let you guys in on something that you might be interested in. Let me see. Is it in this one? Okay. Look at the bottom here. I'm going to show you a few of these, and I'm going to explain something to you. Now, let me caveat what I'm about to say with this is not advice. I'm not telling anyone to do it. I'm not. This is just me waxing a little bit about NFTs, and in particular, a very specific NFT. Okay, these are the bulls on the block. Okay, this is one of my bulls. I have a few of these. You will notice the gold little horns, but these are not spaced. These are not specifically unique. Matter of fact, these are like bottom of the barrel. Why? Well, let's just say a little birdie told me that it might be nice to have some of these if they do some more publicity. And this is a big if because we don't know, but if they did some more publicity, there's a chance that these could go the direction because the artwork is really good. I'll show you some of the other ones. The artwork is pretty cool. And so I like, oh, this was the guy with the Russian hat. He's kind of cool. Let me show you this guy. I like this guy. So, no, he's got like the Russian hat. He's got the ace, the card things on the, yeah, it's pretty cool. Anyway, so these are the bulls on the block. And there's a chance because the artwork is so good, it's like legit solid artwork, that these could end up kind of following the path of the Bored Apes, where all of a sudden you get a listing at Christie's or Sotheby's or something like that, and then the floor skyrockets up. And you say, what are you talking about? What is the floor? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, you should be skeptical about buying NFTs. The only people that should be buying NFTs are people with disposable income. If you guys are worried about paying rent, if you guys are just barely in the crypto space, or if you're new, you stay away from the non-fungible token space. Stay away from artwork. This is just gambling, pure and simple. I just choose to gamble on, yeah, evolved bulls are going to be dope. So that's kind of what I'm getting at. When they start talking about the evolved bulls, it's going to be pretty sweet. And so there is probably a play here, and I'm kind of screwing myself in the process because I plan to hoover up some more of these bulls before next week. I was just going to kind of scrape the floor, but let me tell you kind of what that looks like. So you want to see what the floor is. So you go to the project. You can do this on OpenSea. You can just go bulls on a block, and you'll see a couple of things. There's 10,000 items. So they've had all like 9,999 of these are out. There's 3.3 thousand owners. So it's a pretty good distribution. Your aggregate owner has 3 of these. Okay. The floor price is 0.22. Okay. Ethereum. So that's kind of interesting. And so here we go. And so you look, you go buy it now. And you can see just what's on the bottom. Why? Why would you buy these crappy ones? Well, they're not crappy ones. They're just not all that interesting. But why would you buy them? Well, you might buy them because if they get some media attention, and if the evolved bulls thing happens where where basically you will take your bull and you will evolve it. It'll get locked up for a year, the old one. Let's call it the original bull. Your original bull gets locked up, and then they evolve it. And then they strip the background and put this really cool 3D background. And the artwork gets even more intense. And you have a chance that in the evolution process, you experience some kind of rarity upgrade, right? Where all of a sudden, I think there's 50 in the total stash. So like, 5 per 1,000, right? That would be, yes. So for every 1,000, 5 of them, or 1 per 200, are going to experience an enhanced, whatever evolution. And you all of a sudden end up with a rare one. And then there's even one that's like a super dope one called a Phoenix, but I don't know if they're going to do that through the evolution or if they're going to do that through some kind of auction process. But no, there's no more minting of the bulls. The bulls have already been minted. You would just be buying them on OpenSea. But I'm buying some because, and again, I'm not telling anyone to do this. Matter of fact, I'm telling you guys don't do this unless you have completely disposable, light on fire, bullcrap money. And if you do, and if you like these kind of projects, which I do, I think they're fun. It's kind of like keeps me from making big moves, right? I just make little moves. And so you don't mint them. Minting is only in the beginning until all of the tokens are out there. These things all have a fixed supply, 9,999. That's it. They've already been minted. You would just be buying them because if they get the nod or some interesting things happen, as far as the evolution process and all this kind of stuff, and people get excited, they're going to be buying these things up. And that floor price right here, right? It could be an Ethereum. It could be 2 Ethereum. There's no way to know. So it could go down. It could be worse. But my guess is it wouldn't be, because if you like something, then you really like the idea of getting another something. It's like an airdrop, right? So there you go. So anyway, it's kind of cool. There might be a play there for some of you if you're interested. But yeah, I'm just hoovering up the floor. So that's what you would do. You would just go hoover these up. 0.22. You'd say, okay, I'm willing to take an Ethereum and throw it at it, knowing that I might be lighting that Ethereum completely on fire. So, clink, 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 clink. So anyway, I bought 6. Yeah. So we'll see. We will see what happens. It's exciting. I look through here and I try to find, okay, what's a cool one? I like the censored one. That's kind of cool. But now we're getting to a quarter Ethereum. Eesh. Also, if you're doing this, do it when the Ethereum fees are the lowest. Guess what they are right now? Not the lowest. If you ever want to check, you can go to Gas Now. Gas Now is a really cool thing. You can get it as a browser extension. You can't see it. I can see it. And you click on it, I think. Let me see. Oh, yeah, you can't see it. I actually have Gas Now on my screen. And so what it is it's a browser extension, and it tells you what the gas fees are, the Ethereum gas fees, as they stand right now this second. Like fast transactions are $172, which equates to about $11.22. There's rapid, fast, standard, slow. Slow is about $12. They're all about the same. $191, $192. Rapid, super rapid, $14. Anyway, that being said, just look at the gas fee so it doesn't cost too much to make those happen. Okay. Boop. Back here. Great. Let me give you guys some fetch news. So there's a couple of different pieces of fetch news. Let's go here. Okay, not price news because we don't care about price. A little bit of fetch news. So as they rolled out their mainnet, of course, there was some technical weirdnesses because they were going from the old Ethereum token to the new native token, which runs on Cosmos. Everybody basically knows that. So some of the problems they were having, they said, okay, we're going to freeze everything, which they did. They froze their staking platform. That will, all those tokens that were on Fetch, that were being staked directly with Fetch, they will open back up sometime on the 29th. So what are we, 6 days away? We're 23rd, not too long. So about 6 days from now, those tokens will open back up and you'll then have, as far as I understand, you will have the native tokens, which can then be sent to your Cosmos Station wallet or whatever and stake. If you have Cosmos Station through iOS, there's a good chance that your app is frozen and you're like, where's all my money? It's all gone. It's not gone. I haven't lost anything. They are updating that app. They've already pushed that to Apple. Once Apple gives them the thumbs up on the app, you will just update the app and then all your tokens will still be there. They're still staking. Everything is fine. The only thing that happened is the wallets, they pushed out an upgrade to the wallets. So there you go. How to stake on Fetch Wallet. Don't ask me on that one. You need to go to Fetch, go to their Telegram, or go to their Twitter or whatever. And there's all sorts of, you can click on their guides. There's a bunch of Medium articles that have guides on all that. I don't want to walk anyone through that and tell them to do something stupid. And then you do it and you're like, Nick screwed me over. No, Nick didn't screw you over. Nick told you to go do your own research, bro. There you go. Okay. Great. Seems like we've nailed all that. Let's see. So that's the Fetch updates. The 29th, if you're staking directly with Fetch, Leave your tokens where they're at right now. If they're on Coinbase Pro or leave them there. There's a good chance they will spit out the native token. And if not, they'll open back up the token bridge and you can go from Coinbase to the token bridge, from token bridge to your wallet. Now, it's either the 10th or the 20th of October. I want to say it's the 10th of October is when is Mobix is doing their airdrop for fetch holders. So whether you're on, I believe their mainnet, staking directly at their mainnet through their website or through Cosmos Station, either way, I believe you get the token, as far as I understand. But if I get contradictory information before then, trust me, I have many dollars of vested interest in getting this one right. I will let you guys know. And if I hear something instantly, I'll let you know in the Telegram so that you guys can respond and react accordingly. All right. So that's the fetch news. What other news do I absolutely have to get at? AGIX. Oh, by the way, for those of you that are trying to stake, if you're trying to go, I got to answer this because so many people screw this up. If you're at KuCoin and you buy AGIX and you want to get it off of KuCoin, you need to go from your trading account back to your main account and then send it to MetaMask. How? You use your MetaMask address, the little numbers. That is what you use. And people are like, well, I sent it and it's gone. No, it's not gone. Nothing is gone. You have to add the token. So here's what you do. Let me show you. Watch the screen. I say, how do I add custom token? Well, I look up AGIX token address, or better yet, let's make it like this: contract address. You literally write that in. AGIX contract address. What will that get you? That will get you the contract address. So you go here, see where it says Singular Internet, the contract address, the OX5B. You click on that. Now here, this is the contract. You see it says contract at the top left. I'm going to highlight it. Contract. Okay, that minus the word contract, that is the contract address. So let me highlight just the contract address. That is the contract address. You put that into MetaMask. You go to add token, custom token. You put that in. It will fill out everything else. You add the token. Then it will show up in your wallet. But if you send tokens to the wallet before or after you add this, it doesn't make a difference. The tokens are there. They've gone to the wallet address. You just have to add the contract address so that MetaMask understands which tokens it needs to be tracking in your wallet. Does that make sense? Now, this is only for ERC20 compliant tokens. Could you send Bitcoin to this? No. Why? Because it's different token, different nomenclature, different protocol. You guys get that, right? I believe you guys get that. Okay, so we nailed that. Yay. So there. So KuCoin, you send and receive from or to KuCoin in your main wallet. Then you push the funds to the trading wallet to do trades. And there's a staking wallet. There's a pool wallet where you can do all sorts of weird stuff. There's a futures wallet, a margin wallet. You can do all sorts of shit. But the main two places you go is in and out withdrawals and deposits in the main account. And then you use the two little arrowy things that look like this. And you go over to the trading account. You do your trades, buy your this, sell your that, and then go back to the main account using those two little arrows again. And from there, off you go to MetaMask. Why? Because you're going to want your staking rewards for holding AGIX. That is going to become abundantly more clear this weekend I believe there's going to be a lot to be said about what's going on in that whole Singularity Net ecosystem. And I think there's going to be a marginal panic into that token. Just saying. Okay, cool. We got that. The ad. Yeah. Boop. So that's good. Yeah. So cool. Are we good on that? All right, question. Let me see. Are there any other AI plays than the three you have introduced us to? Not that I trust. Not that I trust. My only AI plays right now is AGIX, Fetch, and Singularity DAO. And, you know, by the price of it, you probably should have gotten Singularity DAO anytime last week other than today. But again, this thing touched $11. So you're like, I'm not going to buy it at $3. Well, I mean, it touched 11. These kinds of tokens, if Dynasets aren't a complete shit show, if it's real, if Dynasets behave the way people think, this could be $100 token. There's no way to know. If you can, listen, AI starts managing, even if it's narrow AI, starts managing your money and doing well with it, like this thing could be, there is no ceiling for what this thing could be worth. It could suck in capital like nothing you've ever seen. This could easily be $100 token. It could be a $500 token. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. So, and also, and it's too bad I couldn't interview these guys, but a lot of the other parts of Singularity Net are likely to be leveraging Dynasets, or at least the research and data that Dynasets provide. So they're all kind of working together. Everybody's scratching everyone's back. It's like a AI bukkake, only instead of spooges, it's profits. That was gross. That was really gross. All right. So any of you bought a crypto dino? I don't even know what crypto dino is. There's still a lot of challenges for most people using wallets, plugins. Yes. And where the uncomfortableness is, where the murkiness is, right? The fish will prosper where the water is most murky. There's opportunity in indecision and complication. You guys should see that. Oh, interesting. KuCoin. Yeah. KuCoin probably wants you to stake AGIX because then KuCoin will get all the rewards and decide what you get. Oh, KuCoin, you guys. It's just like, you guys know that all those weird forks that Bitcoin was getting, if you had your Bitcoin over at Coinbase, you know they got all those forks, right? You didn't get them, but Coinbase got them. Yeah, and summarily sold them. That's all money that went in Coinbase's back pocket. Did you know that? I'm not a hater. Coinbase is a company. Okay. Okay. That's fine. A Cardano NFT. Yeah, I don't trust any of the Cardano NFTs. I think they're all pretty much garbage right now. It's cool that they're doing it, but all the NFTs that have launched on Cardano, they're all gross, dude. They're all really gross. I challenge anyone to prove me wrong. Okay. So, Singularity DAO. Well, that'd be interesting because you can stake directly with Singularity DAO, and the bonded staking is 46%. Yeah, I didn't say that wrong. 46%. Of course, there's only a narrow window to get into bonded staking, and it's always sold out. I only got, of all my tokens, I got 1,100 into bonded staking. It's not like I'm exactly winning, but I did get into the unbonded staking, which is paying just shy of 18%. And guess what? 18% is super dope. So yeah, that is cool. There is another NFT project that I'm looking at. These guys are doing these cool alligators. I'll tell you more about it. But I'm trying to score some myself. I don't know when they're going to launch or what they're going to do. I had my buddy look at it, but they're kind of cool. They're these little alligators, and they're wearing cool stuff. And I guess I'm in alligator mode because when I was in Mexico, part of the resort we were at, they had it roped off, and they said, do not go into the jungle here. Like 1 foot off from the road. 1, you'll get lost in the jungle and they'll never find your dead body. But 2, it's crocodiles everywhere. I was like, oh, I wonder how many babies disappeared, like Disney World. Hey kid, go out and get that. But anyway, so that was kind of cool. So we saw crocodiles, and we saw big giant raccoons and families of these. Oh gosh, I don't even know what they're called. Ocadillo? I don't know. Anyway, there's these other creatures that have a big long tail, and they look like anteaters, but I guess They're in the badger family, and they're very furry and cool. And then there was capybaras, those big giant rats, but with no tails, which actually look more like furry hippopotamuses, but like this big, like cool. You want to like play with them and pet. They have a really kind of mature face, but they're like little, you know, they're not little. They're big, but they're little compared to like a dog. So they're kind of cool. But yeah, but the alligators got me in alligator mode. And then I saw these like crocodile things. I'm like, ooh, crocodile NFTs. Yeah, man. So I'm going to get me some crocodile NFTs. I'll show you once I get them. They're pretty cool, but I think they're still a few weeks away from launching. But I like that stuff. And one of our friends from the show that we all know is doing a series called, on Trumpy, Brandon. He's going to be doing an NFT release of his Trumpy cartoons, which is like, Ronald, Donald, Don, ex-President Trump, like all kind of, it'll be cool, but it's a generative project, and he's kind of slowly starting to work on that now. No breadcrumbs on the crocodile ones yet. Not quite yet, but I will let everyone in the Telegram know the second. Well, it is when there's actually a portal. I'll tell you what I'll do. For everybody that's in the Telegram, I will put in there in a few minutes, I'll put a link to their Discord. How about that? That way, that's the breadcrumb. You join their Discord, and then you'll know as soon as I do. I don't have like a inside thing. I am going to try to get the guys to come on and talk about what the process was for like building a generative project and launching it. And then I'll probably have some technical people, like I'll get Leroy to come on and talk about, he knows the technical side of launching a generative project. And that would be cool for us to hear about that too, because I'd like to know, like, how do they set all that up? Or there's these different layers of artwork, and there's these different rarities of the different traits and shirts and colors, jewelry and glasses, all kind of crap. So that stuff's pretty interesting. And it's, right now, generative, non-fungible token projects, some of them crash and burn, but some of them do cool stuff. And so what you do is get a few of each one, park them. Well, you get them on your MetaMask wallet. They just sit there. You have them, which is cool. And it's kind of like trading cards or comic books. You buy it. Maybe it's garbage, but maybe it's awesome, right? Like maybe it becomes a Bored Ape, or maybe it becomes a CryptoPunk, or whatever. So you don't know. So yeah, there you go. Cool. Hopefully that makes sense to everyone. Let's see if there's any other preguntas. KuCoin. Yeah, that would be interesting. That would be interesting, Suze, if they were doing SDAO. But again, you can do SDAO. And I urge you, get your tokens off of exchanges and stake them directly with the protocol yourself. You don't need anyone else to do it. Okay? The Crocs will be minted today. Dang. Okay, well, I'm going to put the thing I'm going to put the Discord in the Telegram group, which is, let me see if I have a banner for the Telegram group. I'm sure I do. I'm sure we've done this before. It's like t.me/Krypton coffee, like crypto. Here it is. t.me/crypto in, like the letter N, coffee. All right. And so there you go. I will, as we speak, I will do it. Hold on. Because someone gave me the link, and I would feel, okay. Yeah. The funky Crocs. Okay. So copy, and I'm going to paste it in the Discord right now. Sorry. I'm going to paste the Discord link in the Telegram right now. So everybody has it there. It is Discord, Funky Crocs Discord server. There's only a few people, so you would be pretty early to it. So yeah, go check it out. Bam, there you go. And for everyone else, there you go. Great. Let's go ahead and wrap it up. Did I eat tacos? I ate freaking everything. I ate everything. Okay. Let's call it a day. Stay out of trouble. Stay in school. Don't do anything my poor insolvent drunk strung it on meth grandmother wouldn't do. And as you know, that leaves very, very little We will see you next time. Next time will be Tuesday. And guess what? That is Jeffrey Snyder and Emil Kalinowski making sense of crypto and coffee. And it's always, I just stand back and let Jeff rock and roll, because Jeff and Emil, they is way smarter than us. And we would do well to listen.
LeBron James, LeBron James, LeBron James, LeBron James.
Hey, this is the Prophet with Nick Black. It's time to chit chat. You know nothing about blockchain. We here to fix that. You want the news on them new stocks? This where you get that. So go and grab you a nice chair. It's time to sit back and talk to Prophet. Hey, hey, you talking to the Prophet. Hey, hey. We talking condos and nice clothes and driving Lambos. I remember them night codes, we couldn't stand those. We tried to drive on them house roads, but had to stay low. Now there's solutions to hard bills we couldn't pay for. I talked to Prophet to get some profit, we couldn't change the top. If it's a stock and I need a cop it, I wait for him to drop it. Ain't no option, let's get it poppin'. We chillin' in the trap. I need some crypto, put it in my pocket. By any means I rock. This is the Prophet with Nick Black. It's time to chit chat. You know nothing about blockchain, we here to fix that. You want the news on them new stocks, this where you get that. So go and grab you a nice chair. It's time to sit back and talk to Prophet. Hey, hey, you talking to the Prophet. Hey, hey, you talking to the Prophet.
It's all fake news. It's phony stuff.